Hi there, I have a card today that's really simple, but it illustrates some of the fun things that you can do with the classic vase, so I wanted to show it off for you. We're going to be using several different dies today. This is the classic vase, first up. The Thanks for Everything out of the Expressions range. The new Catkins stems. And one of the original dies that I designed is the Spanish Collection border corner tag. We're going to be using this border. So I'm going to do a bit of cutting first up, and I think I'll start with that border. And I've got some chestnut brown card today. A little bit different for me, but you know, sometimes it's nice to have a little bit of a change. And I tell you what, let's go ahead and cut the catkins too while we're there. I think we can probably get these on there. I'll just trim these in half. These are nice. You can use them for different floral fillers for your elements or just out of a vase like I have. Let's just go ahead and put them all on there. A little bit of tape between them just so they don't overlap. There we go. And run it through the grand caliper. Make sure we got everything cut. Looks good. And I'm going to do some embossing because it really brings out the beauty on both of these. So pick that up, put it onto my embossing mat. Okay. Take our tape off and the border. We've just got a few little bits we will poke out right here. Isn't that pretty? You can see all the little veins and the leaves coming out. I just love the way this border looks. Okay, have that. And let's do the catkins. Take all our tape off of there. And you can see all the little detail coming up so nicely on those. They're absolutely gorgeous, I think. So let me just take all these out of the dies. We go from the bottom. There we go. Back onto your magnetic sheet so you don't lose them. And my last one there. Okay. Now, one of the things I want to show you about these is you can take these, and I'm going to just bring in a little piece of wax paper. Make sure they're nice and smooth. Lay them down, and I'll tell you what, I'll only do a couple of these. Using the Cosmic Lacquer, which is that clear varnish I love to use, and just make sure they sit right nice and flat. You can accentuate the little catkin. Oh, it's like the little fuzzy part of the real catkins with some of the lacquer. Just put some little dots on there and let that set to dry. Really does bring these to life, I think. See how simple that is? There you go. So do all of those, and then you can come back after they're dry, and you've got a really nice accentuated part of those, okay? So I've done those ahead of time, so I'm going to set that to the side. And let's move forward. We'll put our border on using some Cosmic Shimmer Dry as Clear glue. And a little bit on the leaves back here should hold that really nicely in place. And we're going to pop that down to the bottom. We'll trim the extra bit off. That'll just give us a little bit of a spot where we can put our vase later. Okay. Scissor. Use the edge of the paper there. Okay, so that's ready to go. Okay, now the next thing I want to show you is the classic vase. This is kind of a unique design in the fact that I have designed this so that it can be cut apart into different sections. So you can have a vase that looks like this. You can have a vase that looks like this. You can use the little bits, and that's exactly what we've done on today's vase. I've taken and cut 2 of these and backed them with the white because the vase is done in 2 separate pieces. You can use this for a backing color, okay? And I've just gone ahead and cut that and taken off the top part. I've turned it upside down and I've attached it, so it gives it just a completely different look to your vase. It's kind of fun to play with. You can just get different, you know, not the same thing every time, which I love. And then I've used the top of the vase as the bottom of it now. So I've just changed it around just a tiny bit, just to be something a little more interesting. I've got some mounting foam on the back here. So we are going to take our catkins that we've done earlier with the Cosmic Lacquer. Let me get these all in here. And we're going to just kind of assort them coming out of the top of the vase. There we go. Couple off to the edge. Can't get a hold of them. There we go. About like that. We'll have some, in fact, let's just turn it over this way and we'll go this direction. Like that. And I probably will need a little bit of glue to put on top. And let's get this one up here. Maybe about like that. And even one that's perhaps even a tiny bit smaller. Nip it and have it coming over off the edge like that. Give that a second to set up. I'll leave that for a minute. The other thing I've done is I've gone ahead and cut the Thanks for Everything in white as well as in the chestnut brown. Now I'm going to use this as just a little bit of a shadow. So I'm going to spray the back of the white one with some spray adhesive. There we go. Bring the brown one in. And just slightly offset it, just a hair. Oop. And work it across. There we go. And then I'm going to spray the back again and we'll put that onto the card. That'll go into place about like there. And let's see how our vase is doing. I'm going to add a little bit more glue to that. Pop that down into place right about there. And I've gone ahead and done a matte base with some piercing, paper piercing that I like to do with my ruler. I've added a chestnut card mat to it just to tie that same color into it. And a little bit of mounting foam. We'll bring this over, center it right in the middle of our piercing, and finish that off. Super easy, but you can see how much fun you can have with that vase, and I just think it looks lovely with those catkins coming out the top, all accented with lacquer. Well, I hope you've enjoyed today's video. There are so many more videos on our Creative Expressions YouTube channel. I hope you'll enjoy some of them as well. Take care.